underinvested in for far too long. Our mission is to catalyze multi-generational wealth through tech and entrepreneurship, specifically focused on those who have been historically denied access to resources and funding. You know, Build in Tulsa hasn't been around that long. It's only been about 4 years. But in that time, we have touched 650 entrepreneurs. Thank you. We have provided something like 20,000 hours of training and coaching, and these ladies can attest to what that means for the growth and development of their business. We have invested $13 million. Yeah, let's give it up for that, please. Thank you. Yes. 13 million. And that has come through pitch competitions and equity investments, but mostly it comes check by check with us looking in the eyes of founders and saying, we believe in you and we want to help your business grow. Those founders have taken that $13 million, they've raised another $28 million, they've generated $14 million in revenue, and they've created 270 jobs. This is what inclusive economic development looks like. This is what it looks like when you shine a spotlight on those who are often overlooked. When we do that, we all prosper. That is why Build in Tulsa exists. That is why we have pitch nights like tonight, so that we can shine a light on some incredible companies led by women. And we're so thrilled to have you guys. I'm so proud of you. I know those nerves are coming. What do I say? Let's breathe. But these guys are incredible. I can't wait for them to share their stories and their ideas with you. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the woman of the hour, the brainchild of this pitch competition, who brought it to Tulsa almost 4 years ago, RMC Desiree Freisen, the Director of Programming.
Thank you so much, Ashley. All right, good evening, everyone. All right, as Ashley mentioned, my name is Desiree Freisen, Director of Programming with Build in Tulsa. So Build in Tulsa, and Ashley went over who we are, but we couldn't be who we are and do what we do because we do a lot. And I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. But just want to shout out our team. Thank you so much for all that you do. Of course, our Managing Director, Ashley Sims, our Director of Operations, Rachel Blades, our Investor Relations Manager, the Money Man, Hunter McFarland, the person who makes everything look so great, marketing-wise, our graphics, our social media, our newsletters, our emails, everything. Christopher Dobbins, our events and marketing manager, back in the back with the beautiful shirt. Our community engagement manager, Christina Suarez. Our program manager over platform services. She takes care of our post-accelerated companies, Tamara Moore. She couldn't be with us tonight. Victoria Davis, who greeted you in the front, who's our operations coordinator and works with Rachel. And Victoria Deng-Tuna-Bet-Atzigan, who's our programming coordinator. And Lauren Hodrick, who oversees our front desk over at our Build in Tulsa HQ, located at 124 East Reconciliation Way. So thank you so much to our staff for all the work that you do in helping us put these programs on. All right. So as I mentioned, Build in Tulsa, we do quite a few things. Our mission is to accelerate overlooked founders. We meet founders at any stage of their journey. We meet founders in the pre-accelerator stage, meaning that they go from an idea to a concept to hopefully a minimally viable prototype. That's what you'll learn about tonight through our Female Founders Pitch Night, all the way through our accelerator programs, which we have 4 of them. 3 right now currently active. We have Act House. I know we have some Act House founders in the room. Say whoop whoop. All right. We got TechStars. TechStars founders in the room. All right. The Build in Tulsa TechStars Accelerator is currently in a cohort. Act House starts on Monday. And we have the We Build Accelerator program called Women Entrepreneurs Build that we run. We got some founders in the room tonight from that program as well. And next week, we're going to be announcing a new accelerator program. So make sure you're on our newsletter and following us on our social media so you learn what that program is about and if you are eligible. But the Female Founders Pitch Night is an opportunity to support overlooked founders, specifically overlooked women. Women create. How many visionaries do we have in the room tonight? Raise your hand. All right. You know what? I'm going to ask everyone raise your hand. Everybody raise your hand. All right. Everybody in here is a creator. Everyone in here is a visionary. Everyone in here has the potential to put something out into the world. Everyone here experiences challenges every single day. And we at Build in Tulsa provide access and opportunity to these female founders, specifically through this program, to put their visions into the market and hopefully one day get into one of our accelerator programs or another accelerator program like Builders and Backers. Where's Kyle Smith? I know you're in the room over here. All right, through TEDC or through the Black Wall Street Chamber or through any of our other partners here in Tulsa. But women are typically underinvested. It's sad, even still in today, that only 2% of women receive venture capital dollars. So what is venture capital? That is other people's money, not your money, that you invest into a company and hope with the hopes of growing that company. And eventually one day that firm, that venture capitalist or that angel investor returns their capital, you return their capital back to them. However, women have typically been denied access and opportunity to scaling their venture through venture capital. So we provide this platform. As Ashley mentioned, we do a lot of training. And as these women can attest, a lot of coaching, a lot of mentorship, and a lot of community building to make sure that they're building viable businesses that can withstand the market, hopefully generate revenue one day, become profitable, and become economic generators here in our city and are becoming North Star job creators. That's our mission. We want to make sure overlooked founders are well-resourced so that they are also contributing back to our Tulsa landscape through jobs and through the economy. So that's why we're here tonight for the Female Founders Pitch Night. So what's the pitch night competition? Well, we have 8 contestants tonight, and they are vying for 3 top prizes, which is a $20,000 cash award as the top prize. All right, let's give a clap for that. $20,000 we are putting into the hands of these founders. A second prize of $10,000 and a third prize of $5,000. And audience choice vote of $1,000. So this is an opportunity for them to use this cash and put that right back into building out their businesses. And you're going to learn how each and every single one of them would utilize this funding to be able to do that. I know we have a few other female founders here in the room that have been able to do that, like Ashley Yerby, who's one of our judges. We have Alana Umbaza with Empowered MS. And I know we have some other female founders. Sorry if I missed you. And so this is an opportunity to put that cash to use and build these companies. Everyone here will have an opportunity also at the end to vote for their favorite, and that's how we do the audience choice vote of $1,000. We wouldn't be here tonight without Target. Thank you so much to Target for sponsoring this pitch competition. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here tonight without, of course, the George Kaiser Family Foundation, who is our largest funder, and the Charles and Lynn Schusterman Family Foundation as well. All right, so let's get into it. As I mentioned, we have 8 contestants tonight who are going to be judged by 3 of our amazing ecosystem builders. We have Christina Wally with OCAST. All right. We have Ashley Yerby with Secure the Bags. Let me tell you a little bit something about Ashley. She was a female founder. She was in our Webull Accelerator program, and she's currently in TechStars. So she is a testament to how you can scale through the Build in Tulsa network. And we have joining us for the very first time, Andra Patelaman with Rose Rock Bridge. Thank you so much. All right, and so we have 8 amazing companies that you're going to hear from tonight. We won't go through all the names. You're going to meet them just shortly. And so just remember, take note of your favorite companies because you'll be able to vote for them in the audience choice vote. And lastly, before we move on to our first founder, I want to thank our extended team of coaches, Dr. Nikki Harris. Where are you at, Dr. Nikki? All right. Audrey Godwin. All right. And our fearless program facilitator, Mandy Ford Argo. All right. And we had a host of other support from Jasmine Ferguson, who's also was in the TechStars program and a female founder, and Tyrone Foxworth, who's a founder here in Tulsa, Oklahoma as well. So let's get into the show. You guys ready? All right. First up, we got Chacole Hamlet with PlanBrite.
Hello, am I on? Hi, I'm Chacole, and I am the founder of PlanBrite. For the last 15 years, I have been producing activations at world-renowned events like Super Bowl, Coachella, Formula One, and it probably seemed like I had the dream job. But in reality, it was all-nighters, stress-induced health issues, and precious time spent away from my baby. And the stress boiled down to one thing: event documents. Event producers spend up to 40% of our time managing and updating documents. And it's ranked top 5 most stressful jobs, right alongside policing and firefighting, which is crazy because we're supposed to be planning parties, not saving lives. During our interviews, our customers have said that event production is just inefficient and overwhelming, and the industry needs a solution to cut the busy work so they can focus on creating great experiences and growing business. That's where PlanBrite comes in. We simplify the work by automating production document generation using AI and integrating with Google Sheets and Excel, turning days worth of work into seconds, days that can now be spent getting more projects and increasing revenue. It's simple, fast, and easy. You just upload your event brief or details, and in seconds you get budgets, run of shows, work back schedules. And when the client wants to make a change, because they always do, you just send a voice or text note to the system, and changes are made across all of your documents. We are a B2B SaaS company with monthly subscriptions, starting with a freemium tier to get hooked at users, a $40 freelancer tier, a $150 business tier, and we have custom solutions available for those larger teams. With this model, we're looking to hit 1 million in ARR in the next 24 months. We've already made some big moves. We've won the Sky's the Limit pitch competition. We're testing our templates with TU. We've completed our wireframe, and we have a list of 60 beta testers ready to go. I want you to take a look around the room for a second. Someone planned every detail of this event, and that someone is our ideal customer. Freelancers, nonprofit planners, boutique agencies in LA, New York, Tulsa, who are managing budgets between $20,000 and $4 million. That segment is worth $40 million, and our aim is to capture 5% of that in the next 24 months, followed by that $184 billion US market and $736 billion global market. Yeah. We're going to do that by showing up as thought leaders on LinkedIn, podcasts, and industry events. We're launching VIP beta groups because our planners love a good VIP moment. We're also starting the PlanBrite Producer Awards to get industry recognition and create buzz. And we're doing targeted ads where our customers like to scroll. Our competition falls into 2 categories: Cvent and Bizibo, that are event software that focus on things like marketing, CRMs, and ticketing, and generalized project management software like Asana or Google Sheets that takes an entire second job just to set up. PlanBrite is the first AI software built for the work that event producers do with all of our proprietary features. Over the next 4 phases, we are looking to finalize our MVP, test it with real planners, do that go-to-market strategy, and optimize and scale. So, with the use of the funds from tonight, we will be able to finalize an MVP that producers are obsessed with and continue to onboard beta testers. We have an incredible team. Some of them have worked at incredible companies like Capital One, Bizibo, Coachella, TikTok, and myself. I have a huge advantage in this industry because I've been in the trenches with the producers. I know their workflow, and I have a network that I can turn into my first 100 users. So let's brighten up event planning together. If you're an event planner in the audience, scan our QR code to join our waitlist. Follow us on social media, and investors, wherever you are, come find me. And one more thing. Can we take a second and give the event producer for tonight a round of applause? Because we know how hard it is to put something like this together. IKEA, wherever you are, we got you a little flowers. We're so grateful. So come find us. We'll come give this to you. Hi.
All right, we are going to move right into questions from our judges.
Hi, thank you so much for the awesome pitch. I would just love to ask you to outline the top maybe 3 features that differentiate you from industry incumbents. I know you mentioned in your slide a little bit, but I'd love more detail on that.
I was hoping someone would ask me that. It's my favorite thing to talk about. So one of the biggest features that we're doing is we're not just creating another platform for people to use for project management. We are creating an event production workspace, number 1. Number 2, we are integrating all of our documents so they're all synced, and we're creating an ecosystem in which all these documents that are very specific to the work producers do talk to each other. And we have Smart Budget Sync, which is one of my favorite. As someone who has lived and died by a budget, you can actually upload event vendor estimates, and it will instantly recognize where that line is in the budget and update totals accordingly.
Thank you.
Okay. So when it comes to the subscription model, are you planning on this being something for a single company to use? Are they paying by the user? Are there tiers within those subscriptions to bring in more, revenue? What's the plan behind the subscriptions?
Yeah, that's a great question. So our freelancer tier goes up to 3 people. And then past 3 people, it goes to the business tier. And then once you hit 10, it's technically custom solutions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your pitch. Also, Bright Deck, I love it, and your personality, great job. So when you're talking about your market and the global presence, as you knew that your market is huge, so capacity there is huge, which is exciting. So what are you doing currently as you do your beta testing and you're building that out to focus? So what are your initial focuses when it comes to market?
Another great question. So right now we're focusing on building relationships and partnerships with local agencies, event producer agencies in LA, New York. We're also testing our templates with Tulsa, University of Tulsa. Whenever I say TU, I want to say the Tulsa University. And all of the people that we have on our wait list that we're collecting right now, wherever they may be, we're going to turn those into our paying users.
And you mentioned them, so how are you finding your beta testers? How are you sourcing them?
So the great thing about being a producer for the last 15 years is I have a very wide network. So I'm able to tap into the network that I already have of thousands of people just alone on LinkedIn. And I have actually worked at over 15 different agencies during my lifetime, and I'm able to tap directly into those folks as my first kind of start in the market.
Follow on that, what are you hoping to gain and learn from your engagement with Tulsa?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, no, for sure. Good to know. I'm going to keep moving this. What are you hoping to gain and learn from your engagement and testing with Tulsa?
So we have 3 things that we're hoping to accomplish. 1, we want to make sure that we're able to solve the problem that we're saying we're going to do, which means we are cutting time, and our goal is to hit 80% of that time. And so when we're testing these templates, we're making sure that those templates are actually being beneficial and helping move the needle for pre-production work. So that's the number 1 thing that we're looking to solve for.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it? Am I good? Thank you so much. Thank you.
We are back for yet another Female Founders Pitch Night. This is our 11th pitch competition to celebrate female-led founders and startups.
We're about igniting a movement that celebrates diversity, that fosters inclusion, and unlocks the incredible economic potential of women-led startups.
Golden Delicious uses an AI-powered matching system and proprietary algorithm to match teacher talent directly with employers in in-demand industries.
Green Country Media is the first and only woman-led software development company in Oklahoma. We implement algorithms based on diversity.
Goals Aid is an inclusive AI-powered platform that helps people from all backgrounds achieve their goals by using their demographic profile to generate strategies specifically for them.
NAFO offers you personalized and accessible healthcare resources all in one centralized platform. We connect our users with personalized provider matching that is relevant to their culture background, as well as centralized health resources that is tailored to their own lived experiences.
For Style Lab 360, we really make it easy for plus-size women to find clothes that fit well and look great, and visualize those outfits on their bodies as well.
Luxury in Black empowers Black fashion designers and stylists with a comprehensive platform of global representation.
Introducing Cert Tracker, the first all-in-one solution for certification management, offering a comprehensive, intuitive platform for managing certifications, CE credits, and your credentials for both individuals and organizations.
Empower MF, a mobile wellness solution specifically designed for women with multiple sclerosis.
First place winner is Empower MS Alana Umbanza.
Hi, I'm here to talk about something maybe a little bit different. Imagine this. You're a family of 5. You're trying to move your life across borders. And you don't know how to start because the whole system is so complex, fragmented, and it's just very difficult for you to walk through the immigration process. You may have to start from things like WhatsApp group. God help you, you go on social media, trying to find your lawyer on social media. And maybe you end up with a lawyer YouTuber that would help you with your process and mess your life up. You don't have to imagine this because that was me 10 years ago when I had to move my family of 5 from Nigeria to Canada. It was so complex for us. I had to start a chat group myself just to help myself because I couldn't find lawyers. I couldn't find any help to walk through the process. We are changing that. Think of us as an Expedia of immigration. Today, how many people know Expedia or use Expedia in the room? Awesome. So we are changing that. Expedia helps to simplify travel. We are simplifying your immigration process through an AI-powered one marketplace for all you need for you to be able to relocate to a new country. So we are changing the game for anyone that is trying to move your life. Let's say you're in the room today, you want to move from here, you want to go spend the rest of your life in Portugal or Spain or south of France. We are helping you connect directly to experts through our platform. You know when you come on our platform at Scooly, you are able to connect directly with lawyers, immigration experts, those that actually help you with your relocation process. And we are not doing that just alone. We're also implementing and integrating an AI-powered payment system where you can actually move your money across borders. The market, over 500 million people are looking to move abroad. You're surprised. 20 million of those people actually do. I'm one of them. So just so you're aware. And 4 million comes to the US every year. These people pay billions of dollars for them to just relocate their life. Just in a year, I'm from Nigeria, and Nigerians spend $10 billion just for them to relocate, especially to the top 10 countries, including the US. And in the next 12 months, we are focusing on US and Canada market. And that would generate for us $2 million in revenue. Our business model is simple. We are a platform as a service. Through our platform, we are connecting users to immigration experts. So when you come on our platform, use our platform, we take a 15% fee, similar to Airbnb model that you see today, off of every transaction on our platform. Also, we're also doing something unique by creating a brand new product for people that wants to move their new businesses and companies into the US and Canada market. We call it Talent Visa. The gross margin on that is $2,000. Let me talk to you about our traction. We launched our MVP And within 90 days, over 900 subscribers actually signed up. And we're able to realize $50,000 in revenue in 90 days. I don't want to get started. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were recently backed by 2 Silicon Valley accelerator to support our goal to be able to help immigrants. And in the last couple of weeks, we were actually got into a strategic agreement with Deal, Adro, and Row. These are unicorn companies that are ready to work with us. Our go-to-market is digital, where people actually go to actually look for information. Digital marketing. They go on social media. They are looking for information. And I would need to bust your bubble. We did an experiment about 48 hours ago, trying to look for people that wants to move to the US or come to the US for just a week. And we're able to send 30 messages out on LinkedIn. And 23 of them actually signed up this afternoon before I came here. Let me get you started with our competitors. These are unicorn companies. They are global companies. None of them actually offer 2 of the services we offer on Scooly. My team is actually, we have over 30 years of experience in business. Myself and my co-founder, we founded previous companies that we generated over $5 million in revenue. This is not our first rodeo. We've done this over and over before. This $20,000 is going to our marketing efforts and also to add some features to our platform so we can hit our revenue goal for $2 million by 2026. Join us to transform the global immigration space. If you're here, you're an investor, you're interested, scan the QR code. I would love to talk to you after this. Thank you so much. I'm excited to get up.
It's okay. It's completely understandable. I want to run off stage all the time. I love the idea, especially very similar to getting married and having to change all that documentation, do all these things. There's nothing one place for you to do that. But in this case, you said you're focusing on the U.S. and Canada. Do you have a roadmap for maybe the next 5 to 10 countries that might have easier or harder immigration laws for you to work with? What's your roadmap for the upcoming countries that you want to work with?
Well, thank you so much for your question. Every country is complex, including Nigeria is worse. So every country is really complex to go through the immigration process. How we're doing it differently is we built a marketplace. We don't want to hire 10,000 lawyers to work in-house with us. So we built a marketplace where we verify experts in different countries that are able to work directly with our users. So we're a B2B, B2C marketplace. We have direct services as well as a marketplace for users to be able to connect directly. That would help us to scale faster to, we are targeting 20 countries actually in the next 5 years to be in those countries.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. So my question is on kind of the government side of things, regardless of what country it is in. Are you integrating anything into your app that's going to follow whatever type of governmental rules, laws, and trends there may be as they change?
Thank you so much. That's part of our roadmap, actually, to be able to go into more of like API connection and SaaS. We want to build a SaaS model where you're able to, with few information you enter, you're able to actually populate those government forms. We're generating checklists. That's the AI feature on our platform. That's basically what it's going to do for users.
Thank you so much for your pitch. I'm actually originally from Romania, and I came to the U.S. for school, so I know what this is like and the hassle. And so for those of us who are or were students before, I'm curious about your differentiation when it comes to agencies or consultancies in your own country that can help guide, your application process, immigration process, and all of that.
Thank you so much. Scooly was born out of the frustration, especially when you're Scooly. It's for school students. We started as a student platform. So we were born out of the frustration. I am a licensed immigration expert in Canada, so I understand the frustration. I'm in the forefront of it. I had to fight a lot with other people that take advantage of the students that are coming in. So we decided to build that platform where you're able directly through our platform. That's why we are all in one. You're looking for admission. After your admission, what next? You need immigration. then we're able to help you with your visa services either through our marketplace or you can directly come to us. What next? You need to move money, you need to pay for school fees. That's why we decided to remove all the pain points that as an immigrant, as a student, we're able to remove all of that for you and solve it in one simple platform.
Thank you so much. Unrelated question, but another one on your traction slide, you'd mentioned Microsoft and AWS, and I was curious about your engagement with them.
Yes, we recently got into their program, so they gave us backed up with some credits. Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
We are so happy to have you at our second product pitch night. We are on a mission to catalyze multi-generational wealth creation for those who have historically been denied resources and funding. And we're doing that through tech and entrepreneurship. We live with Greenwood in our hearts and Greenwood on our minds. And we want to make sure that that past is today's present and tomorrow's future.
You see, these founders are doing more than just creating products. They're creating change, they're driving Tulsa forward, and they're building a legacy of innovation.
So at Daughter of Glow, we provide safer options for self-care. We make natural and safer alternative luxury products that promote healing and wellness.
At Dukapak, our solution is an end-to-end hardware and software platform for the over 45 million African businesses to transform the point-of-sale system experience for Dukas. Our products include e-commerce, hardware and software point-of-sale solutions, and integrated payments.
Jam Hydration, the dry powder that you can simply mix with water. It will have no added sugar, so you won't experience those roller coaster effects that you typically have throughout the day.
Meet K&K Whitening Toothpaste that has natural ingredients, is safe and effective, and it's an instant confidence booster. You brush, it brightens, you smile. Simple, smooth, and oh so natural.
Queen Kisses is here to get your confidence back up. The problem we address is dry, often discolored lips in need of restoration. It's going to be our all-natural lip restoration system, created in small batches to ensure consistency in the blends as well as the efficacy of the product.
Afropop is Oklahoma's newest soda company, but we're not just a soda company. We're a celebration of people. We create unique and natural products. We connect our products to the unique Black experience. And then we also partner with artists to allow them to tell their story.
Our first place winner, Afropop, first place winner.
How many of you have ever felt like you were drowning at work, chasing another deadline, buried under another report? At one point, I was having panic attacks, feeling like I was failing the people counting on me. After 10 years in the affordable housing field, I kept walking into the same situation. No structure or strategy to combat mountains of paperwork. Meanwhile, the housing need continued to grow. And with no way but forward, I built the solution that America needs now. I'm Bria Francisco, founder of Collective Impact, the software platform that gives CDOs, community development organizations, the tools, clarity, and financial runway to revitalize communities. As the housing crisis grows, so does the stress on staff. With every new grant, reporting requirements double, with no scalable tools to keep up. This inefficiency creates financial instability, with 2/3 of these nonprofits reporting ongoing budget constraints. Now, community development organizations are embracing software tools. Some of them are reporting a reduction in their audit time up to 66%. But with federal programs at risk of cuts or shutdowns, CDOs need to do more with less. That means consolidating tools and creating a solution. Now, at Collective Impact, we focus on unifying existing systems and creating powerful tools. We're using AI to pull our metrics into reports and create templates to free up staff time. We're planning a grant strategy to prioritize neighborhood investment. We're identifying partnerships to combine resources and boost results. And throughout this entire process, we are tracking progress. Now, our competitors either focus on grant strategy or land use planning. We are combining both to direct every dollar towards impact. Where there are AI tools for reporting and compliance, none of them are pre-built for CDOs. Now, our pricing is built for the reality of CDOs. We are a B2B subscription, minimum of 3 seats for $55 per month. Designed for community development organizations with budgets of less than $5 million and teams of 3 to 30. Scalable across departments. Thanks to builders and backers, we validated interest, launched our website, and kicked off our MVP development. Whew. Thank you. Great. Great. With this momentum, we brought on early testers to receive feedback. Now, our market is vast. $900 million represents the national software spend for CDOs. And here in Oklahoma, it's $14.8 million. We believe that over 3 years, we can capture $1.8 million. Right. As we continue building out our MVP, we are going to deepen customer discovery and increase our brand awareness through social media engagement and speaking at industry conferences. We're going to start here locally in Oklahoma, building local traction, and expand across the Midwest with mission-aligned partnerships. I have over a decade of experience in affordable housing development, and I know the challenges that CDOs face and how to design tools to meet them where they are. We're backed by 2 amazing advisors with expertise in housing development and AI. Together, we have the insights to build a tool that will deliver real change. Now, here in Tulsa, we are projected to have a housing shortage of 13,000 units. And this is your opportunity to change that. With this investment, we'll bring on talent to accelerate platform growth, invest in marketing, and lay the groundwork for future integrations and proprietary tools. Join us. Scan our QR code and join our waitlist. And we're looking for referrals for additional beta testers. At Collective Impact, we are helping CDOs bridge the funding gap so they can close the housing gap.
It's okay to breathe. Love the idea. And you said you were going to use the funding to bring on more talent for platform growth. Can you kind of elaborate a little bit more about what talent you plan on bringing on and, who needs to round out your team?
Absolutely. So right now I'm testing my MVP in Softer because I want to make sure that we're actually meeting their needs. So I'd love to bring on someone who's going to assist me with no-code tools, specifically Softer. So that way it's not allocating 100% of my time towards that. And then the second thing is that I'm going to focus on AI, using AI for retrieval generation. So basically, I want to feed specific regulations on the federal, local, and state level into this, so all my CDOs need to know is exactly what applies to them.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the awesome pitch. I have a question on your pricing strategy. So you mentioned $55 a month for a minimum of 3 seats, if I'm correct. I was curious if you wouldn't mind elaborating on that and kind of how you came up with that for your business model.
Great. So the purpose of our software platform is for teams. So it really doesn't serve a great purpose for an individual. But most importantly, how I envision and walk through it with each of these nonprofits is that you're going to have a director, your operations team, and someone who's on the ground. And I need all of them to be able to converse with one each other, know what, and plan their strategy together.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Good job. It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Nerve-wracking being on this side. I don't want to be on that side. Good job. So my question is, as far as you're targeting your market, once again, it's vast, which is good because your growth potential is huge. As you're narrowing that down and building it out, what type of communities are you focusing on?
Okay, thank you for the shameless plug. So I'm really interested in working with Invest North, the Phoenix District, Northside Neighbors, and MetCares here locally in Tulsa. And then within Oklahoma, I want to reach out and work with the historical Black towns and help them with their resurgence and regrowth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My name is Sheena Jari, and I am the owner of the Chic Lifestyle. The Chic Lifestyle started out as a lifestyle brand at first. I started with shirts, different apparel, different products, and they all say heavy on protecting my peace. It just started to grow from there. It turned into a coaching business and guided meditation. I myself was needing to go through some changes and growth and healing. And as I started doing the things that I needed to do to heal from, grief, the loss of both of my parents, and reevaluating friendships and things that were no longer serving me well, I started taking the tools that I was learning and giving them to other people. I've been working in the mental health field for 20 years now. So taking what I've learned from that and what I've learned through experience and observation, I started my own business and wanted to give back to the community and to people and to us so we can start healing for ourselves and each other. Starting a business with limited resources was definitely challenging. I think the biggest thing for me was keeping people around me that I could learn from and grow from, making sure I was not making costly mistakes, and keeping people around that could provide guidance and that I could learn from. So they would be like, nope, not that. Try this. This is easier and more cost effective. Being a part of the legacy of Black Wall Street is nothing short of amazing. Being able to be a part of building my community, our community, and I'm a firm believer in lift while you climb. Being able to help others up as I'm climbing myself is what it's all about. I'm currently working to expand. I've been leaning more into coaching. I started coaching at Central High School. I get a group of girls every spring and every fall. I, coach them. I have my own book. It's called The Self-Love Plan. And I walk through the book with them and teach them how to love themselves and how to set boundaries and how to do the things that we weren't taught as kids. Hopefully they have the tools to make better decisions than we did growing up. So continuing to expand in my coaching business, hopefully spreading to other community resource centers and different high schools and possibly middle schools. My ask is always funding, because I can't give what I have without funding. And also, a place, a permanent space to where I can provide coaching and meditations and things like that. And I'm going into my 3rd year of business. So to be able to have these new opportunities and these new doors open for me, it's beyond amazing. So thank you to you all and everyone.
Everybody has a story, but who gets to tell theirs and how? 3 out of 4 Americans say they want to write a book, but hardly anyone starts. I'm Nicole Halper, founder of Proofed and Proven, and we're building an AI-powered ghostwriting platform for the millions of experts and change makers ready to turn their story into impact. The demand is real, the tech is ready, we're scaling now, and we need capital to move faster. But before I tell you how we're doing that, let me tell you my story. I grew up on a farm in New Jersey that my family had worked since 1922. The government took that farm through eminent domain. My family faced government corruption, police brutality, and we fought back with grassroots organizing. I was knocking on doors, telling my family's story to save our home. I was a kid when I learned that storytelling moves people. My mom always used to ask, when are we going to write a book about our family? Well, she must have gotten into my head, because now I'm building a platform to help people write theirs. Let's do a quick check-in. Raise your hand if you've ever thought, I should write a book. Now keep it raised if you've actually started writing it. Yes, that's the most important step. Good for you. Now raise your hand if you've actually published. Can we give those people a round of applause? That's so hard to do. But here's the real question. What is stopping the rest of us? Now, I'm a poet, so if any of these resonate with you, please snap your fingers. Maybe you don't have any time. Maybe you think books don't make any money. Or if you're like me, you're too scared to fail, so you never even start. These reasons are why people hire ghostwriters. But the problem with that is that ghostwriting can cost $50K or more. So unless you're a household name, you're never going to make that money back. Unless you hire Ghostwriter AI. Our proprietary AI-powered process lets AI do the heavy lifting while human talent captures your voice and turns it into a book. Our system uses what is it called? Retrieval augmented generation. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. I got a great AI coach, let me tell you. Our system uses retrieval augmented generation to capture your real voice using your existing content. It's a faster, smarter, more human way to publish. We sit right in the sweet spot. Traditional ghostwriting is nuanced, but it's slow and expensive. AI tools are cheap and fast, but they tend to be generic and flat. Ghostwriter AI gives you the best of both worlds. Personalized storytelling, professional structure, and a price point that makes authorship accessible. We're building this proprietary AI platform after 5 years in the publishing industry. My editorial business has served over 60 clients, including self-published authors, publishers, and academic researchers. Over the years, clients have asked me for help writing their books, especially business owners and consultants who want to teach people how to do what they do, but don't have the writing skills or the time to do it. When LLMs became popular, I saw a gap in the market for cheap, quick, affordable, ghost-written books in the nonfiction, instructional, and self-help genres. That's why we launched our Ghostwriter pilot in 2024. With just $5,000 from builders and backers, we validated our demand. We launched LinkedIn ads, and we found that these people, senior consultants, directors, and founders, want to turn their knowledge into a book that builds their brand, generates leads, and lands them on stages. With that same 5K, we proved our model. We are building a platform that ghostwriters can scale. And we lowered the price of ghostwriting to 10 cents a word. That's $5,000 for a full-length book, not $50K. Now we're scaling, and we are in our next hire is already in motion. Next, we'll scale with a B2B SaaS model and freelancer marketplace. Think with this funding, we can turn our process into a platform. Think Upwork for authorship, where experts are matched with book writing pros that bring your book to life. We turned 5K into traction, and with 20K we scale. This funding will fuel tech, talent, and growth. We're building for the $15 billion nonfiction market. With this funding, our focus will be U.S.-based experts who are ready to invest in writing books that teach, lead, and leave a legacy. We can capture this 5% of this market over the next 2 years, focusing on a few key metro areas, Tulsa included. Our first author, financial trauma expert Dee Sherelle Cohens, is here with us tonight, and her book is already in motion. Thank you. We've proven our model, and we're ready to scale. If you have a story in you, please join our wait list. Storytelling shouldn't be limited to the elite. Our platform exists to uplift voices like mine, like Dee Sherelle's, and maybe even yours. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
My question is, there are platforms out there for people like consultants to do e-courses or virtual courses and things like that. Mm-hmm. What makes this stand out for them to not just go and teach something rather than write a book about it? I guess when I think about writing a book, you then have to go and market it, and you have to do a lot more work after you publish the book.
Definitely.
So I know that there's probably room for someone to want to write a book. Mm-hmm. What about the support after the fact?
That's a really good question. I love that question. The short answer is I have been working in the publishing industry for several years, and my network is very vast. We like to say that all boats rise together in the editorial industry. So I have strategic partnerships planned with book formatters, editors, and publishers, agents, as well as marketers to make sure that the book gets finished. The process that we pitched today is really just to get the first draft done, because a lot of the people that we have surveyed, they struggle with finishing their book, and then we partner them with people who can get that work done. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for your pitch. Great idea.
Thanks.
I am curious a bit more about your tech.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned one of your value props and differentiators compared to others, in the market included capturing someone's original voice. And I'm curious about the data you train your models on to enable you to do that.
That's a really good question. I'm glad you asked that. First of all, privacy is very important to us. We are not in the business of plagiarizing. So we kind of work like healthcare systems that use LLMs for their businesses, because that data obviously has to be private and protect patient information. So we use RAG, I'm not going to try to say it again, retrieval augmented generation, where basically the LLM, instead of pulling from the internet and saying, write a book about like financial trauma based on these scholarly reports, instead we give it a database of information, which includes the author's existing content. They might have given presentations before or taught courses on what they do, so we'll upload that to the database. We offer up to 10 hours of synchronous author interviews, and we do additional asynchronous interviews as well, so we have targeted questions to make the author talk about or write about what they actually want the book to be about. And then we tell the LLM, do not pull from the internet, because this book is about what the author says. So we make sure that that's in a black box.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your pitch.
Thank you.
So kind of alongside that as well, so thinking about things in equitable terms, how can a user access your app and your software if, say, maybe they don't have normal access to computers, higher tech, things like that? Like kind of how can you fill those gaps?
Sorry, I just want to make sure I answer the right question. Would you mind asking it again?
Yes. So when looking at equitable or equal access to these kind of things, because you'll have a wide breadth of ages, demographics, and ranges that have stories to tell, from children on up. How will you be able to reach them as far as the technology gap may be?
That's a really good question. Future Nicole will give you an amazing answer, because I think after we expand past our initial market of senior founders, consultants, and directors and everything, I think we'll have a lot of data to answer that question. But the short answer is some of what our competitors do is they offer like a subscription model like BookBud AI or Squibbler, where you can pay per character or per word and generate a certain number of words or characters out of that. So I think that besides the handheld hybrid situation that we are starting with, once the software is built out, anybody with internet access can at least generate an outline for free to capture that lead, and then it is an affordable software after that. Yeah. Thanks. Any more questions? Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Future CEO Camp Pitch. We are here, rooted in the legacy of Black Wall Street, to talk about what happens when we give young folks an opportunity, when they can reach their dreams, when they don't start thinking about what they could do later, but what they can do now. We're talking about building the kinds of companies that provide wealth for your family and your family's family.
Y'all spent a whole week building a business and doing the kind of work that entrepreneurs in this community do every day and spend years doing, and you were able to knock it out in a week. You have some solid ideas. Are you ready to know who's going to present? Attraction map. Learning hoops. Shield up security. I imagine you've heard all about a lot of their ideas. They come home talking about it. They come back. They refine. They reiterate. They're innovative and creative and disciplined and thoughtful. And it was truly remarkable to watch them all week.
Attraction Maps is a global app. This app is able to find entertainment in any city, state, or town. You simply put in your location and it will find hundreds of fun places to go.
Our problem was kids that needed help learning, and our solution is Learning Hoops, which is a fun, productive way to learn.
Our product is a door system with built-in thermal imaging technology. It can detect objects inside a person's bag or pockets. Using an AI model, the system can figure out whether it's a weapon or not.
Biz Coach is an app designed to guide aspiring entrepreneurs from ideation to business launch.
We offer free business courses, personalized plans with actionable steps, and an AI mentor.
Youth counseling and recreational center.
So we provide unique counseling strategies and therapy solutions. So we have multi-ethic and licensed counselors to ensure representation for all of our clients.
Shop and Style creates a platform for local and small businesses where they can sell their clothing, and then we have our personal stylists give you fashion tips and shopping services.
Our first place winners at $3,000 is Shield Up Security. First place for $4,000 is
Shop and Style.
Max has gone to a number of camps over the years. Honestly, I haven't seen him so excited every morning to actually get up and go and get to the camp.
Any child who shows any sort of interest in business, I think this is definitely something they should experience.
So this camp has really challenged her, especially financially, thinking about her future.
One thing I've noticed about Abigail, normally when she comes home, she's ready to get on the TV, but she's been coming home, calling her group, and they've been planning on how to get a better presentation.
Creating our future entrepreneurs is so critical in today's society.
The cherry on top is the leadership skills that it provides and the competence and confidence about their ideas.
I was so amazed at the changes from day one all the way to today. They just kept going, even if it was hard.
I want to say a big thank you to Build in Tulsa. Thank you for investing in our children, and we're grateful.
Hey, by show of hands on tonight, how many of you know someone that wears eyewear? Now, with that same hand that you have raised, I want you to cover your eyes. You have now entered into a life where millions live with vision uncertainties every day. I know this firsthand. In 1999, I was diagnosed with a blinding disease called glaucoma. It ignited something, gave me high anxiety and the fear of losing my independency. But it wasn't until I heard about AI that ignited something in me to want to create, not just for myself, but individuals who look like you, but live like me. My name is Renee Bramlett. I am the CEO and founder of iGuide, empowering independence through smart eyewear. Vision impairment is not just a health issue. It is an economic accessibility crisis. There are over 285 million visually impaired, and there are 39 million blind. This has caused over $411 billion economic crisis in the U.S. alone. The solution is simple. It's iGuide. It's an AI-driven app integration in real time. It's a wearable and user-friendly device that connects simply, and it's affordable than most traditional accessible devices out there. My MVP is AI-powered in real time. You know how you see the surveillance camera running in the parking lot at Walmart? Can you imagine glasses giving me independence and being able to get around? Integration with real proactive A-time, consistent with CAM, eyewear, the real time through voice command and interaction with objects, and integration seamless that can connect to any iPhone, tablet, or Android. Now, write in the vision and make it plain. This is the proof right here on the camera for you. Taking home a win
for the BDX 2024, I was living out my dream, and I'm here today before you. Now, our business model and revenue is our app subscription for $29. Now, we'll start with direct to consumers that are the vision impaired community from ages 18 to 45. That's the tech-savvy generation that are not scared of new technology. And we'll use 100 of them for beta testing. The eyewear sales are $349 per unit, and we'll use our B2B, B2C, which are opticians, optometrists, insurance companies, and then the revenue from data insights that'll help us with the product on the eyewear and app upgrades. Now, our direct-to-consumer is e-commerce and social media platforms. Now, our B2B shocked me on today. I got a call from the Tulsa International Lions Club asking me to step on their board. So my strategic partnerships and networking is going to pilot programs, optician offices, and a lot of networking to take us to a global standard. My market size for Oklahoma, the total addressable market for global is at $102 billion. But what I know, one thing for certain and two things for sure, I can't win the world until I win my city. Tulsa has a serviceable, obtainable market to address at 2.6 million. And if I get 5% of that, then that service addressable market is doable. The competitive landscape is why we win. These are grandfathered companies. I'm standing here to tell y'all today they looking for something new and innovative because I am she and she is me. The funding that is needed is about $80,000. But when they give me this bag today, y'all, I'm jumping right on and get that $10,000 right into product marketing. I'm going to use $5,000 of that into my AI training, and then I'm going to get that license and conformity to make that app pop. By 2028, 2027, we're going to already be doing it really big. I want you all to meet my team. My name is Renee Bramlett. I am the CEO of iGuide, but I'm also the proprietor of your local The Shade Room Eyewear Optician Works. We have Alicia Daniels. She is a panoramic technician right here at Dr. Parsley's office. We're going to leverage them relationships. And Louisa McMillan, that's our marketing analyst specialist straight from Chicago. Now, I know we got a lot of visionaries in this room. I need you to scan that QR code and connect with me. Now, investors, if you're into the vision and empowering individuals like me, who knows what time I have left? Let's talk after this. Thank you.
It's always nice to see that kind of passion come through, especially since you live that day to day. So thank you for sharing that with us, and thank you for letting us know, because that's not something I've ever been aware of. My question is around the cost to produce this. It's a wearable, so I'm sure there's a number that goes into that. Do you know what your cost is to produce this, and is this something that can be implemented into existing eyewear, or is this going to be a totally separate wearable device?
I'm glad you asked that question. To develop this device, it is already a mainframe that is built. The goal is getting the app integration into that mainframe. Kind of like what my coach told me, it's a little bit of white labeling, but it's something that is already known. Ray-Ban and other brands are already out there. They're just supporting camera and entertainment. We are supporting empowering life.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for an awesome pitch. I have a couple questions.
Thank you.
One of them has to do with the technology readiness level that you're at. So I'm curious where at your prototype is currently in terms of development and, pilotability at this point, and how long you think until you could actually test it with real users.
I'm glad you asked that question. I've always been behind the scenes working with people in Hong Kong. The development is already on the table. Their app integrations are already being placed. So to get those things into power and in movement, all I would need is the marketing, your $20K, put it on the table, get the product shipped here, start beta testing, In my community of impaired individuals from 18 to 45, the Tech Savvy group is going to help us put that highly on the platform.
Thank you so much for your pitch and your enthusiasm. It's a great mission, and so I'm very excited to watch you grow. So my question is around, because Ashley asked a bit on the production side, so I had to rethink my question. So as you are building that out, because one thing I'm not familiar with, are there any FDA regulations or medical device regulations for initiating the testing, much less further down the road when you're in full production?
I'm glad you asked that question. The answer is no. You can walk into any store and buy electronic eyewear today, right? The key about this is that the world used technology in many different ways. GP chat, video cam, and partying, right? So again, like I wanted you to imagine, the surveillance camera in real time, someone who has to live a life like me, getting direction in real time, proactive through the AI app. So I don't have to worry more about that. It'll be based on the customer's consent and those that help me develop the product that'll protect the client's information.
Okay, very good. And then follow up on that. So vision insurance and like that, are you working towards partnerships for that, or like the Department of Rehabilitation Services? And what does that look like?
So I love that you asked me that. I'm an innovative optician practice right here in Tulsa. I am also an in-network provider, so I have all of the laws of insurance coverage and what it takes to get that onto individuals. I have clients that are already in this room using digital eyewear through my services. So it's simple and seamless, and we're ready to go.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Hi, my name is Philip Boykin. I'm the founder and CEO of IQLand. Going through TechStars has been phenomenal for my business. It's allowed me to understand it from perspectives that I never understood it from before. The mentorship has been great. The management has been great. And most of all, my cohort colleagues have been amazing. Building Tulsa has been great. The services that they provide over and beyond what TechStars has been phenomenal and something that truly sets Tulsa apart as the next generation tech hub, especially for underrepresented founders. We truly feel at home with Building Tulsa and the TechStars team here.
The right opportunity can change your life, but so can the wrong relationship. And I don't know about you guys, but I've had my share of now, how did I get myself into this type of relationships? And the one that stands out the most for me happened in college. It was an extremely volatile situation. It impacted me mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and even financially. Yes, abusive relationships are expensive problems to have. It got so bad that at one point I thought about dropping out of college. I even considered ending my life. Now, thankfully, I was able to overcome those challenges. But that's just my story, and not every story ends the same. Every year in America, 10 million people experience domestic violence. And to bring that to a Tulsa perspective, that means that everyone living in this city would have to experience that violence 24 times in 1 year. That's a big number. What's even more sad is that 80% of therapists say that their clients cannot recognize the red flags early on, and by the time they realize what's going on, it's too late. Nationally, we spend $8.3 billion in this country because of domestic violence. There's lost wages, medical fees, all the things associated with domestic violence. It impacts not just the person, but all of us. Now, we can focus on problems, but I myself like to look at solutions. My name is Melissa Williams, and I am the founder of Pulse, an AI-powered tool that allows users to recognize red flags early on and determine the health of their relationship. We utilize education and promote self-reflection and also connect our users with resources. So how does it work? You want to know? I'll tell you. Our AI-powered tool gives our users guided prompts and questions. They respond, and it gives them personalized insights and feedback on the health of their relationship. It's trained to be culturally aware and trauma-informed and discreet and private. It will be password protected because we know when you're dealing with tricky relationships, somebody might try to go through your phone. Our business model allows users to get in at $10 a month, while our business coaches and therapists pay $30 a month, and they're listed in our directory. Our enterprise packaging is $99 a month, well, starts at $99 a month, and it allows our agencies and organizations to purchase these and gift the subscriptions to clients who may not be able to afford it. In terms of traction, we're deep in our customer discovery, and we're getting feedback that lets us know we are on the right track to really solving a serious problem. Some of our waitlist people have given us feedback, like being able to determine if something is a real danger or just a trauma response is challenging for them, so they don't know how healthy the relationship is. Currently, we have a wait list, and I checked it before I got here, of about 60 users. And 14 of those are therapists and coaches who are ready to partner with us. Now, we're working on the preliminary parts to get our wireframe together as well. Now, when it comes to market, this is one of the best times for us to be entering the market. $227 billion opportunity exists when it comes to self-help, reflection, and mental health. Now, that's a big piece of the pie. We don't need to start there. We want to focus on a small sliver, and in the next 3 years, we want to get 2 million users, 9,000 therapists and coaches, and 500 organizations to partner with us. That's a $247.8 million opportunity. How are we going to do that? We're going to get our boots on the ground. So we want to do webinars and seminars and start teaching people about the dynamics of healthy relationships, good communication. What do red flags look like? What do green flags look like? And focus on our strategic partnerships as well. Now, there are other apps out there, but what they don't do is focus on prevention, and they don't pair an AI-powered tool with privacy. Our team is pretty slim right now. It's just me, so when I say we're working on, I'm working on. So part of my ask is to get you guys to look at your networks, and if you have people that can help build this out, send them my way. Now, I will say I'm a good secret weapon because not only am I a survivor, but I am a therapist. I've been in the mental health field for 16 years. $100,000 to get me going, so when I win the $20K today, I can get out of phase 1 and start moving towards phase 2. Scan this barcode, investors talk to me, join my wait list, and take the survey. Thank you for your time. I look forward to changing relationships one beat at a time.
Thank you for, again, sharing probably a vulnerable part of you and how you got here. That always helps, and especially in a field like this of mental health and awareness. Since the team is just you,
yes,
have you identified people who will help coach or train the AI to have these conversations with people? What does that look like on your end? Have you identified who's going to help you build this AI model out and train it and coach it?
That's a wonderful question because that is one of the most important things for me in building out this app and making sure it's culturally aware and trauma informed and even takes into consideration neurodivergence. So I have identified that I want to have other therapists on my team and other people who understand different cultural aspects and even neurodivergence. So,
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for your pitch and for sharing with us. So on that as well, you mentioned your target market area. It's very large, which once again, that means you guys are doing all of you so far, and I'm sure going forward are all doing your good market research on it for solutions. So as you're looking at that and thinking about area in particular, whether it's Tulsa, Oklahoma, regionally or nationally, what is your demographic focus to start?
Right now, I want to focus on women 18 to 45 that are dating. That seems to be the most into self-reflection, self-help is my relationship good type of group right now. But specifically partnering with different agencies and therapists, if 80% of therapists say their clients can't recognize the red signs, the red flags, if I can just partner with them, starting here in Tulsa because I do have my network here, reaching out to people from my cohort in my master's program. I have connections around the country, but Oklahoma is one of the top 5 places for domestic violence. Kentucky is part of that top 5. So I would strategically focus on states with the highest rates and then also pinpoint locations where I know I have connections.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome to We Build's Demo Day. Here in the home of Black Wall Street, we are here to make sure we recognize, uplift, and amplify Black founders and all of those founders who have been historically overlooked and underestimated. This is what happens when you invest in the underinvested in. They reach farther and higher than we ever thought possible.
Here we are tonight celebrating cohort 2 of the We Build Accelerator. What you have here tonight are 7 companies that are completing their We Build experience with us tonight.
Shapes. We help you elevate your personal brand through image seminars, AI-empowered digital consultations, and Shape Inclusive Clothing.
Introducing Senior Park, the premier senior placement solution. Is a platform that connects advisors directly to facilities, so now they're able to communicate in real time, get personal matches, share vacancies, and book appointments all in one place.
Goodbye Glue, the first medical-grade adhesive strip designed so y'all can safely wear false eyelashes now. Made with a 3M medical-grade adhesive that won't damage your natural lashes, and the most important part, we ain't got no chemicals in our product.
Resume ATM, a digital career management and job searching platform. Takes the guesswork and grunt work out of online applications.
30 Roses hydrates deeply, reduces inflammation, and allows you to leave with a healthy, happy glow. It doesn't just sit on your skin, it rejuvenates it.
Slay Mirror, we built a smart mirror for AR try-on. Not only can you do makeup try-ons, but you could do wig try-ons. You could also do clothing try-ons.
Our core product is Secure the Bags, which is a smart locker storage solution that allows users to store their belongings while on the go. Our mobile app allows users to locate, book, store, and retrieve their belongings while on the go.
We Build is such a special program because it really does highlight what every female founder has the potential to be, which is amazing. And we thank you so much for sharing your lives with us. They have worked so incredibly hard and they have built some pretty incredible businesses, and we're proud to have you as part of the Build in Tulsa family.
Simple question for you. What is this? That's right. But to me, it's so much more than that. Hi, I'm Stephanie Cheney. This is Claire Tom, and we're the founders of Flourish. See, when I had my first child, I decided I wanted to stay at home. But money got tight, and I wanted to contribute again. So I picked up this camera, I taught myself how to shoot, and I launched a successful photography business. This camera paid for my children's diapers, their medical bills, and so much more, and it changed my family's life. It eventually replaced a full-time income for me. But the strange thing is, I noticed that even the most talented photographers were leaving the industry so fast. In fact, 70% were leaving within the first 2 years. And that's significant because gig workers like photographers make up 35% of the workforce, and that's projected to grow to 50% in the next 5 years. They aren't just hobbyists. They are professionals that have been undervalued, underserved, and underrecognized. They don't have the business tools to scale and to grow. This leads to inconsistent income, poor client matches, and burnout really fast. If we're going to care about the future of work for our children, our families, our community here in Tulsa, we need to invest in creative entrepreneurs and give them the right tools. I bet you know at least one of them. That's why we're launching Flourish.
Flourish is an AI-powered B2B platform that uses proprietary data to show creative entrepreneurs how to grow their businesses step by step.
Here's how it works. People upload photos to the style analyzer to discover their style, and in the case of shoppers, to get matched with the right photographers. Photographers also create their profiles and use the rate setting calculator to begin collecting insights. We take all of that data and combine it with info that we're gathering from our continuous human-to-human research. Our AI analyzes it, and this is what gives creatives marketing and business strategies specific to them. People are blown away by the style analyzer. A member of our photographer beta group said this the other day. Wow, this is so cool. There is nothing out there like this. I can use this wording in my marketing. It's my style perfectly described.
Our TAM is massive at $225 billion, which represents creative entrepreneurs globally. But we're starting with what we know best, and that's photographers. But just to be clear, we are scaling quickly to other adjacent verticals like wedding and event vendors. We have a freemium business model where users get access to free features, but for premium features, they're required to upgrade to a $20, $40, or $60 level. We're also offering one-on-one human business coaching for $100 a session.
Flourish has a clear advantage. We will be first to market for several features, including our proprietary style analyzer. Unlike our main competitor, Meta, Flourish offers business strategies that can be applied on or off the platform and commission-free matching with highly qualified leads. We have about 20 photographers in our beta group and nearly 200 interested followers, some of whom are engaging with us in continuous customer discovery. We will invest heavily in marketing to attract users to the site, which includes developing organic viral content, targeted ads, and influencer and referral campaigns. Flourish launches this July, and we will grow steadily to 2,500 photographers by the end of 2026 with an MRR of nearly $70K.
We're seeking $230,000 right now, where the bulk of that money is going to go straight to growth marketing and hiring a growth marketer right here in Tulsa. Claire and I are proven technical founders. We've launched a venture studio together, and we've helped over 6 businesses create their own product from 0 to 1. I'm not only a photographer, I'm actually a software engineer, and I also am a product director, as is Claire. With those skill sets, we can move fast, we can be efficient, and we can do a whole lot with $20,000. We are backed by an amazing group of advisors that have proven success in startup, venture, and applied AI. That includes Dr. Lisa Palmer, one of the leading AI experts in the U.S.
All right, here's how you can support us. First, do you know a photographer? If so, please tell them about our beta group. Secondly, head over to flourishpros.com and try the style analyzer for yourself. And lastly, please follow us on social to stay in the loop and support us in our mission of helping the creative economy in Tulsa and beyond flourish. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your pitch. My question is related to where you are in terms of development, and feel free to get as technical as you want.
Yeah, sure. I'm doing all of it, so I can answer that one. So we are very close to MVP. We're starting with the style analyzer because we know that that has like a viral component to it that when people catch on to it, they're going to send it right to someone else to try out. So that's going to collect the first piece of proprietary data for us. And once that gets fed in, then we're going to actually open it up to photographers, and then that will provide the market data and insights that they need. So as far as the technical piece of it, we're almost done with MVP. The $20,000 will get us across the line, and we'll be ready to launch.
Okay, thank you.
Can you give me a little bit more on the style analyzer? I know you touched on it. I want to learn a little bit more. I don't know if I fully understand the style analyzer, so kind of give me a little bit more on that one, please.
I can start with user experience, and then Steph can explain some of the tech. So a problem we learned in customer discovery was that people don't have the vocabulary to communicate their vision. That's both photographers to their potential clients and clients to photographers. They don't know how to find them. So they can upload a photo, and that the style analyzer gives them that language so they know how to talk about it. They know what skills might be needed, what words to use to describe their style.
As far as the tech piece goes, we are sending the photo to AI. Now, it's not using any of the content. We've consulted an IP lawyer about this. This is totally private. And then the image gets erased after that, but it extracts market data from it, such as like trending styles, categories, what level of expertise they expect this photographer to be. And then that data is saved in our database and able to be used for personalized strategies and market insights.
Okay. Can I have a follow-up to that really quick? This might be a follow-up to this. So when it saves that information, can then a photographer build a portfolio based on like their style of how they shoot? And so when people are looking to select a photographer, they have a style profile that people can read over?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for the clarifying question. So photographers will also have the opportunity to build out a profile on the platform. So the photos that they upload to the style analyzer don't necessarily get saved. It helps them learn how to talk about their work so that they can attract the ideal client.
And I'll just add to that, one really great thing about that is that it'll surface trends that are happening. So if a photographer isn't strong in a certain trend, that's a way they can scale because they can pick up skills to learn that trend. So the hope is that they can have market insights so that they can grow.
Thank you so much for your pitch, ladies. So my question, you sort of answered it with the style analyzer piece, but on the rate setting side of this, how are you gathering like regional data that reflects pricing within a certain area to be competitive?
Yeah, that's a great question. We're asking photographers. Yeah. We're asking them, and we're learning that they are so hungry to know what the market will bear and what they can charge because they're underselling themselves. So by collecting this information, we're also giving them the ability to elevate themselves and empower them to charge what they're worth.
Sorry if I missed this, but in your customer discovery slide, you mentioned 40 plus customer discovery calls. Was that with photographers as well as clients, folks on the demand side?
Yep. It's about split 50-50.
Okay. So I'm curious how you're looking at the strategy to attract and onboard the demand side of the customers.
Sure. So we are going to hire a growth marketer specifically to do that. But we do feel like we know where they are, and that's social media. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. They're scrolling looking for photos. So we're going to hit them where they're looking for inspiration.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Welcome, everyone, to the 2024 Black Venture Summit. We are here not to just talk about galvanizing Black and brown investors and entrepreneurs. We're also gathering this next 2.5 days to talk about the future of venture capital, to talk about the future of entrepreneurship, and the future of building innovation entrepreneurial ecosystems.
Build in Tulsa's mission is to build an equitable economy that's good for everyone. We are here to catalyze multi-generational wealth through tech and entrepreneurship, especially for those who have been historically denied access to resources and funding for far too long. What was Greenwood if it wasn't a place that made opportunity when other folks saw none? That is our legacy. Those are the footsteps that we walk in. We come from a long line of entrepreneurs, business geniuses, innovators, and inventors. And that's what we put to work every day at Build in Tulsa. We've touched 650 entrepreneurs. We've invested $13 million. Those founders have turned around and made that $28 million. They have generated $14 million in revenue, and they have created 269 jobs. This is what opportunity looks like. This is what we can do together. If you care about providing opportunity, build with us. If you care about increasing prosperity, build with us. I challenge you to build with us.
us. How many of you have ever needed a receipt only to realize you'd thrown it away? Yeah. Frustrating, right? Last fall, I lost $50 because I couldn't make a valid return. And last summer, I misplaced a $250 travel receipt and I couldn't get it reimbursed by my employer. And as a small business owner with an Etsy store, it was a pain to sort through this mess of receipts to document my expenses for tax deduction. Now, I may just be unlucky, but chances are you've at least experienced one of these scenarios. 97.2% of people we surveyed lose paper receipts. This translates to Americans losing $13 billion annually from prevented returns due to these lost receipts. On top of that, 85% of paper receipts are laced with harmful BPS chemicals. Just touching just one of these receipts for 10 seconds results in exposure to BPS chemicals higher than the safety limit. This can lead to type 2 diabetes, reproductive problems, and cancer. Due to risky contamination, paper receipts are not recyclable, unsustainable, and harmful. That's why we created Tally.
Tally revolutionizes receipt management by consolidating users' receipts onto our app, where users can manage itemized receipts, return policies, coupons, and their budget. Here's how Tally works. It all starts at the POS terminal. You know that device you use at checkout? That's what we're talking about. By partnering with the POS provider, when a user taps to pay with their smartphone, an extra line of communication occurs between the terminal and the app, seamlessly transferring a digital receipt for management.
By providing a consolidated platform, users store otherwise lost or unorganized receipts onto the app, with consumers saving $78 in returns, employees $112 in reimbursements, and small business owners $4,000 to $10,000 in business expense tracking. By making the transition to digital receipts, our users are able to help save and be able to lower their risk of exposure to BPS. Our B2B2C business model serves both consumers and retailers. As part of our subscription plan, we offer a freemium tier for consumers to have baseline functionality to store, and share the receipts. Consumers can then upgrade to the next tier, which includes a budget tracker for $4.99 a month. As for our retailers, we generate revenue through ads. And as we work to scale our consumer base, we will sell identity-powered data to businesses at 10 cents per record.
Tally is set to launch in August of 2026, targeting key partnerships with POS providers Heartland, PAX, and Ingenico. Getting just one of these partnerships gives us access to a large and growing network of retailers, allowing consumers to use our NFC-enabled technology at their terminals. This allows us to reach our customers who are busy mothers, employees, and small business owners.
Our bottom-up analysis of the USA digital receipt and data market is valued at $38 billion and expected to grow to $56 billion by 2031. Narrowing our market to American consumers, we have a $10.8 billion addressable market. Focusing on our go-to-market customers in Oklahoma and surrounding states, we have a $71 million opportunity. Tally distinguishes itself from other startups who also use NFC through our focus on consumer experience, providing an extensive suite of functionality such as our on-app access to return policies, customized budget tracker, and coupon management system. By providing a consolidated platform, our users are able to store their receipts. In addition to this, while other competitors such as Expensify also include a budget tracking feature, our users are able to have an instantaneous receipt capture through a unique NFC technology. Tally's main revenue source is driven by the identity-powered data we offer. We plan to break even in 2028, and by 2029, we expect to gather a large consumer group reaching a population of 1.6 million users, generating a revenue of $15 million. Hi, I'm Leah Saucedo, CEO. Hi, I'm Abigail Chow, COO.
And I'm Alan Meyer, CTO.
My team and I's background in venture capital, nonprofit management, and product design effectively positions us to bring Tally to market. We are backed by a team of advisors equipped with expertise in SaaS, finance, and data analytics.
Last fall, we won first place at the Hurricane Pitch competition, and we're currently in the Builders and Backers Idea Accelerator program. Leading up to our 2026 expected launch, we'll be working on product development, beta testing, pilot testing with our MVP, and establishing relationships with POS providers. Then, once we launch, we'll start focusing on further technical development.
we are seeking $100,000 to accelerate product development and conduct beta testing. Join our waitlist as we revolutionize the future of sustainable receipt management.
Awesome job. Thank you for the great presentation. So I work for a venture studio, and a lot of what we do is partner with industry and corporates for piloting. And so I'm very curious. I feel like for a product like yours to succeed, these partnerships that you were mentioning, have to be successful. You have to have an outlined plan towards that. Very curious where you are at in your conversations with POS providers and kind of what the strategy is around that.
Thank you for asking that. We are currently in customer discovery with Heartland, so we're learning a lot about their terminals and what a potential integration would look like. They're really excited in what we're building. In terms of how we're going to get them, currently we're doing a lot of closed beta, so we're going to start with our MVP, and later on we plan to do just some more with different consumer groups, being able to show them more traction.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for your presentation. Great team dynamic as well. You each spoke to your strength and your contributions on the team. That's awesome. So having a lot of experience in the retail management operations world, my question is around, as we're seeing more emerging technology from retailers, a lot of them, if you think the big box like Targets, Walmarts, and them have apps where they're storing their receipts. Is anywhere in your plans for integrating within those as well, or having completely separate, like on the POS side? Kind of what's your plan there?
Yeah, so unlike our competitors like Target and Walmart who have their own apps, we're able to consolidate users' receipts onto our consolidated app, but we are planning to have those integrations with Walmart. We have connections to the CEO of Walmart, and so hopefully as we progress, we're going to have those partnerships as well, but as of right now, we're starting with just consolidating the receipts.
I think you kind of answered the question I'm going towards, which is, as a business owner, tracking my mileage is part of that receipt tracking process. Is that something you'll integrate to make that more desirable for a small business owner, or is it strictly going to be the paper receipts you would get from, your transactions? Are you tracking mileage at all?
As of right now, it is just paper receipts. We're still conducting more customer discovery with small business owners, so we'd love to talk with you afterwards to learn more about your experience with that.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, let's give another round of applause for these 8 amazing companies. All right. So coming up, we're going to have our judges go over with Hunter to the room. Thank you. To the deliberation room. But you guys have me for a little bit. So I do have some announcements and some ways that you guys can get involved. But the first way that you guys can get involved is to participate in our audience choice vote. All right. So yes, I already see the phones towards the screen. So if everyone can please take out your phone and hit this QR code. And this will allow you to vote for your favorite company tonight. Is everyone able to get to the actual URL? Is the URL working for you? Yes, okay. So we're going to spend some time here. We're going to let you give you some time to vote. So if you are online, you have the opportunity to also hit this QR code. So just because you're not here with us in person, that doesn't mean that you cannot vote. So please, everyone, just take some time and go ahead and vote. We're going to come back to this QR code. I'm going to move on to the next slide, but does everyone have it? You want me to stay for a second? Nope. Yes? I heard a yes. All right, now come on, get your phone out here. All right. All right, so see a few more phones up. All right. And so we are going to announce the audience choice vote when we announce the top prizes as well, so you know. All right. And so just as a reminder, here are the contestants. So we had Shaycole Hamlet with PlanBrite. All right. We had Kemi Bellato with Scooly. We had Bria Francisco with Collective Impact. Nicole Halper with Proved and Proven. Renee Bramlett with iGuide. Stephanie Cheney and Claire Tom with Flourish. Melissa Williams with Pulse. And Leah Sosado, Abigail Chow, and Alan Meyer with Tally Receipts. All right. So those are all of our contestants this evening. So that is who you will be voting for. All right, and here's the link again. Does anyone need it again? All right. See, I knew y'all needed it. All right. I think I see all the phones down. Just about. Oh, I still see 2 up. All right. So remember, they are vying for the top prize of $20,000. Everyone was asking for that $20,000 towards their next steps. All right. $10,000 as a second prize. Third place prize is $5,000, and that audience choice vote is $1,000. Every penny counts. It can go towards something. All right. So Build in Tulsa, as I mentioned, we have a lot of programs. Not only do we do programs, we do events, initiatives, and activities for the Tulsa community. And one of those is the 1921 Awards nomination. All right. And so who here considers themselves a community leader and an influencer? Raise your hand. Oh, man. All y'all should have your hands raised. Come on. Y'all, be positive. Y'all know. Y'all do it, all right? Y'all know what y'all leading the community. Y'all came out tonight. Y'all support these female founders. So let me see. Who's a community leader and a community influencer? All right. Who knows a community leader or community influencer? All right. That's more hands. All right. That's a little bit better. All right. Well, nominate them. So this is another QR, nominate yourself or them. So this is another QR code that you can click. There's a few items on this link, but one of those items is to be able to nominate an awardee. So like it says in the award 1921, we award up to 8 community leaders who have been impactful in the community. We love to see that they're from Tulsa. We love our Tulsans. But they are going to have an opportunity to receive $1,921 that can go towards continuously building out their business or whatever that they need in terms of continue to thrive and flourish in their community as well. So this could be your local church leader who's also running. Churches are a business now. They're a religious institution, but they also a business. Okay? They could be your local mom and pop shop. They could be the local grocery store. They could be something in your community that provides access to the community, that helps the community grow, that educates the community, that helps maintain the community. And so these are people who are actively doing this work. So please go ahead and nominate. If it's yourself or if it's someone else, please nominate them. The deadline is coming up in just a week and a half, May 5th. So how many of you have been to our First Friday events down over at our building? All right. Okay, some of you. We got to get more of y'all out there. Well, it's April 20, what is today? Oh yeah, April 24th. The next one, unfortunately, is not until August. So we got a few more months coming up. However, if you are interested in being a vendor at that First Friday Marketplace, you can also click that QR code again and sign up. The deadline to apply is June 30th. So what is our First Friday Founders Marketplace? Well, Tulsa does this amazing thing, Tulsa is Smallsa. It's a great community initiative every first Friday of the month. And we host a handful of First Friday activities each year. And we just hosted one this past month, April. And our next one is coming up in August. But this is an opportunity for companies who are selling physical goods. It could be a beauty and wellness product. It could be a food and beverage product. It could just be something that's physical that you make. It's manufacturable. It's a product. And we have about 8 to 10 spots for vendors to be able to sell actually at this marketplace. So it's not just a showcase, it's actually an opportunity to sell to the community. I know we have a few people here who have actually participated in our First Friday Founders Vendors Marketplace before. So if you have, please spread the word. It's a chance to make some coins. So June 30th is coming up. It's only coming up in a little over 2 months. So please get your applications in. How many parents have we got in the room? All right. Well, we got some programs for y'all children too. Look, Bill and Tulsa, we cover all the corners now. And so we got their Future CEO Camp coming up. So that's one of the videos that we showcase in the commercial break. And this is a free camp for students that we host in July. It's going to be July 21st to the 26th this year. It is from 8 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. So what that means is that you can drop your kids off at 8 a.m. They're with us all day for the entire week, and you pick them up by 4 o'clock p.m. But what they do is that they learn entrepreneurship. Just like how our female founders tonight are creating companies, and we're learning how to continue to put those ideas out into the market. We do that with kids as well, ages 11 to 19 years of age. So that means they're either entering the 6th grade, or they are a senior in high school, or maybe just a little bit past that, but ages 11 to 19 years of age. Now, if you work for GKFF or TCF, I'm sorry, those kids are ineligible, but all the other kids are. And if you want to know a little bit more reasons why that is, just see me afterwards. Or you can see our managing director, Ashley Sims. But I do want to put that disclaimer out there as well. I just want to put that out up front. However, it is free, and it's from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., July 21st to the 26th. Please, the applications will be open soon, so please take note of that. And the last thing is Juneteenth is coming up in June. All right. And so each year we do a massive event. Last year we did a 1-minute pitch competition. I know there are some folks who were part of that 1-minute pitch competition in here as well. But there's going to be some other activities that we do. So if you want to get involved with Juneteenth, just stay tuned. We'll be releasing some information in just about 2 to 3 weeks from now. So we got a lot of things, guys. So we have a little bit of some for everybody in this audience. All right? So with that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go nowhere, because we still got to award these top prizes in the Audience Choice Vote. All right? See you guys in a little bit.
Yep. I got it. I was going to say, if you put it up, I'll tie it. I got you, girl. Thank you. Uh-huh. When I kicked it, I tripped over myself. Oh, no. I'm glad you didn't fall. There you go. You're good. Good job. I'm about to crash out. I'm eating some food tonight. I'm starving. Oh, there's more food. You think there's any? There's more. Oh. I went over there to get some food. We should have.
We have the list of awardees. All right, I'm going to hand the mic over to Ashley Sims, our managing director, to help facilitate this award portion. Everyone can please come on back and take a seat. Take a seat. Get your cameras out. Come here and vote for your friends. Put it on social media. Come on, y'all.
All right. Are we ready? Oh, y'all don't sound like you're ready. Are we ready? All right. Ms. Christina Wadley's going to come out here with our first check for audience choice. This is $1,000, and it goes to
iGuide.
Congratulations. All right. Next up, our third place winner, and it was awfully close, guys. For $5,000 in third place, it's PlanBrite. Gotta hold him up. Hold him up so easy. Congratulations. All right. Again, there was a very, very, very tight margin between our top two winners. So in second place, winning $10,000, it's
iGuide.
There you go. Oh, my check. Take your check.
And here we are for the grand prize of $20,000. And the winner is Scooly. Congratulations. Congratulations. Can we have a round of applause for all of our winners? I want to thank again our sponsors tonight, Target, the George Kaiser Family Foundation, Charles and Lynn Schusterman Philanthropies. They help make all of this possible. Thank you to all of you in the room and online for supporting us and all of these beautiful founders tonight. Thank you so much. We'll be back with another pitch night this fall. Have a good night.
Build in Tulsa staff, judges, contestants, all Build in Tulsa staff, and judges, please come to the front. And Dr. Nikki, Audrey.